Hey, que la que hay, mi gente? It's Rocky here from SpeakSpanishFaster.com. And in today's video, we are going to be doing a song breakdown. Now, today's song breakdown is going to be a song by one of my favorite Spanish groups, or Spanish-speaking groups, I should say, of all time, Aventura. They're a bachata group, the Kings of Bachata. Today, we'll be breaking down one of their classic songs. It's called Hermanita. So definitely take some time to listen to this song and also go through this song, go through this video where I break down every single line of the song, line by line. We kind of read it together, and I have the English on the screen line by line so that you can see what it means. There's not really too much to actually break down. It's not like I explain, oh, in this line, he's saying this, and he's saying that. It's really not necessary because really all you need to do is see the English. So I'll read the lyrics to you in Spanish, and on the screen you'll see the lyrics in Spanish and in English. Then after you listen to the song, after we go through this, then I recommend you go listen to the song. Now I'll cover some of that later in the video. In this video, we're going to talk about what the song is even about. We're going to cover the lyrics of the song. We're going to go through the lyrics step by step, and then I'm going to cover a few vocabulary words that I think you should write down. All right, let's go. Okay, so as I mentioned, today we are breaking down the song Hermanita by Aventura. Now, Aventura is a popular bachata group. If you don't know what bachata is, it's a type of music, Latino music. I'm not sure if it was invented in Puerto Rico or the Dominican Republic, but it's very popular in both those countries. And Aventura, they call themselves the Kings of Bachata. And listening to this song, breaking down this song, is very nostalgic for me because I grew up, I would say, since like high school, really listening to Aventura all the time. Their music is phenomenal. They're not called the Kings of Bachata for nothing. They're really good. And their songs are great because they tell stories. The music itself is beautiful, but even the lyrics are beautiful. The stories they tell. And it's just great music to listen to. So if you want a type of Spanish music to listen to bachata. Nowadays, the stuff that's popular is like trap music, and I do like, Spanish trap music, but it's not, a lot of it is very vulgar. Bachata is not. Bachata is really romantic. And the music, the Spanish, the words, there's rarely any curse words, if ever. And it's very clean type of music, very, I would say, clear type of Spanish. Even though you will hear like Dominican words being used, Puerto Rican words being used by the artists, depending on most bachatero are Dominican. So you'll hear Dominican words used mostly, but it's still in a clear way. All right. And also the lyrics to use are very simple. So it's a simple type of Spanish. That's easy to follow, especially when you're just getting started. So I love me some Aventura, and today's song is a great song. It was one of the first songs that kind of got me hooked to Aventura. This was years ago. Actually, Obsession was like the first song that really started popping, but Hermanita was like one of their follow-up songs that really popped. And this song it tells a story of domestic violence. All right. So every time you're listening to a song, doing a song breakdown, you have to figure out what the song is about first. You could look at the title, try to Google, because that's going to help you understand the song better when you know what it's about. So the song is about the singer, Romeo, he's pleading with his sister to leave the guy that she's with because he abuses her. Now, in Latin America, Spanish-speaking countries, definitely Puerto Rico and Dominican Republic, we have problems with domestic abuse because El machismo is like something that still exists. I'm not going to say it doesn't exist in the States either, but it still is a strong, like it really exists in those Spanish speaking countries where kind of the men are the men, you know, and they're the ones that work and the women. And I'm not saying this about every country and every person, but clearly, like, there's still a lot of domestic violence from men on women in those countries that, you know, we need to do better as a Latino community. But this song does a great job of kind of addressing it, pleading to his sister to leave the guy, and also shows how it's not always very easy to leave for somebody. So let's go through the lyrics line by line. After we go through the lyrics, I'll share with you some vocabulary words that I think you should write down, but also write down ones that you yourself feel like you need to know. Okay, so let's start. So he starts the song by saying, "Como pasan los años, ayer éramos niños." And I'm not going to read the English because you could just read the English below that. Mami y papi luchaban por nuestro porvenir. Tú cuidabas de mí, hoy yo velo por ti. You took care of me, now I'm watching over you. Hermanita, te adoro, sé que no eres feliz. Otro golpe en la cara, esto es cada semana. Y como siempre, una excusa que tú ganas al fin. It's a sad story, really. Que él se burle de ti, pero ¿qué hago yo aquí? Aunque quiero ayudarte, tú lo aceptas así. Even though I want to help you, you accept it this way. And again, this kind of ties back to how it's not that she really accepts it. It's just that it's difficult to leave those type of situations. And I know people that are in situations like that or have been in situations like that and how difficult it can be to leave. Tú eres mi sangre y mi meta es salvarte y rezo por ti. Hermanita, él no te quiere. Then he just kind of repeats it. Él no te quiere. Tiene como 20 mujeres. Y tú lo ves. He has like 20 women. You see it. Te maltrata. Luego tú lo defiendes. Dalemente no te conviene. And these are good words that you could add, like dalemente. Think about it. No te conviene. He's not good for you. Que no lo ves. Don't you see it? And I can't sing, so pardon my singing. Lloras, you cry. Cada vez que te pega, every time he hits you. Lloras, me da rabia y pena. Lloras, como siento tu temor. Your fear, temor. Lloras, en sus manos puedes morir. Lloras, ese hombre te hace sufrir. Lloras, te hizo ese moretón. Lloras cuando escupen tu cara. Lloras y con malas palabras. Lloras, él se siente superior. And this ties back to that machismo. The man feels like they're more than the women. Ese hombre es un animal, un cobarde, sin dignidad, por pegarle a una mujer. Él no es digno de que tanto lo ames. He's not worthy of you loving him so much. Piensa bien, y tú eres la culpable, y tú lo ves. Mis sobrinos no deben ver su mami correr. That's sad, right? Now here it says my nephews, but it could be my nieces and my nephews for sobrinos. So remember, if it's all boys, it's masculine. If it's all girls, it's feminine. But if it's boys and girls, it's masculine. En tu casa hay un monstruo y tú duermes con él. Monstruo, monster. Anda y cuenta las horas que te ha hecho feliz. Luego cuenta los años que te ha hecho sufrir. That's a good line right there. Count the hours that he made you happy, then count the years that he's made you suffer. Yo no soporto ver mi hermana llorando. Ese hombre es una rata. No existe hombre que pueda obligarte a estar con él, puedes alejarte, que no lo ves. No es respeto, lo que yo veo es miedo. Now notice how they use miedo and temor for fear. Tú le temes a ese perro que no lo ves. Lloras cuando llega a la casa como un perro borracho y te pega sin razón. Lloras y los niños solo lo ven y le gritan, Daddy, no. No le pegues otra vez. So he's saying the kids are screaming, crying, don't hit her again. Lloras, ese tipo te humilla. Lloras y te habla mentiras. Lloras, él no tiene corazón. Debería mejor cambiar. Que me venga a mí pegar. Yo lo pongo en su lugar. So basically he's saying, if you watch the video, you could see he's saying like, he's basically saying like, I'm about to step in and handle this dude. Like all good brothers should do, you know? So that's the song definitely worth taking a listen because it's just so much better when you hear the music and when you hear Romeo singing the song. It's just so beautiful. Like I know it's a sad song, but it's also just beautiful music and a beautiful kind of story that this brother is trying to get his sister to recognize the situation. He's trying to help her out through the situation. But I definitely recommend all of Aventura's music for anybody learning Spanish because again, it all goes with this simple. I mean, this is simple Spanish. Look at all the words. You probably know many of these words. And they're words that are used in daily conversation. So it's great to listen to. Like I said, they speak very clear. And the stories, it makes it easier to remember words when you memorize lyrics to songs. So let's look at some words that I think you should have down. So por venir, I put these kind of in the single word and also with the context. Now, when you write them down, I recommend you always write down words in context so that when you're reviewing the words, you remember the words. So, porvenir means future. You could just write por nuestro porvenir, for our future. But here I wrote down the whole line that word was in. Que él se burle de ti. You could just have se burle de ti. He mocks you. Excusa que tú ganas al fin. So you could say siempre una excusa. Rezar, to pray. Rezo por ti, I pray for you. That's a good phrase to have. Rezo por ti. Probably something that you will use a few times in your life. Maltratar, to mistreat. Te maltrata. He mistreats you. Un cobarde sin dignidad. A coward without dignity. Mis sobrinos no deben ver su mami correr. Monstruo. Hay un monstruo. Duermes con un monstruo. Ese tipo te humilla. He humiliates you. Te habla mentiras. He tells you lies. So those are 10 words that I would recommend you write down if you're not familiar with them. You might be familiar with words like mentiras. Don't write that down if you're familiar with it. But write down some of these that you're not familiar with and write down other words from this song that you're not familiar with. Now go listen to the song because now it'll all be comprehensible input because you will understand the entire song. And you can listen to the song on repeat, listen while you driving somewhere or commuting somewhere. The more you listen and try to imitate Romeo, try to sound like him, your voice might not be able to sing like him, but you can at least try to sound like him with his pronunciations, intonations, and continue to improve your Spanish. I hope you found this video helpful, and if you are looking to take your Spanish to the next level, what I want you to do is click the first link that I have pinned in the comments. That link is going to take you to my guide called The 3 Secrets to Learn Spanish Faster. Inside that guide, I'll share with you my 3 biggest secrets that will help you learn to speak and comprehend Spanish faster, better, faster. All right, if you enjoy this video, if you enjoyed this type of video, do me a big favor, hit the thumbs up for me. Comment below, let me know what else you need help with. Last but not least, please do not forget to subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications so you never miss another video. Hasta la próxima vez. Hablamos.